Hi, it's Clint here from Web Marketing Help again. Now, I hope you found my first video that I sent you to be very interesting because I talked about the conversion elements and really how to get more conversions from your current website, because most businesses don't have any conversion systems in place. So literally, there's only 1 to 5% of people are ever ready to buy right now. And the bigger the purchase item, probably the smaller those numbers become. So, you really need to have a lead conversion system in place. And if you don't have the system in place, you're not getting the leads into your funnel, and you're not getting the numbers to play with, and you're not getting the right conversions to get enough sales. Now, in this short presentation, I'm going to talk about 7 reasons why most businesses fail within 5 years. It's very scary, and how you can avoid the business burial site. So that's going to be really exciting today to go through the stuff. Now, this is a new economy, and the playing field has changed. So my question is to you, have you changed? Have you changed the way you do things? Because everything has changed. And if you haven't changed, you're probably going to be noticing that in your business, that it's literally going to die off slowly and eventually end up in the burial site. Now, traditional advertising methods are dying. Let's look at the yellow pages. There are only a small segment of the population that continues to use those. We've got radio. A lot of people aren't measuring the effectiveness of that. TV. Who's watching the ads? A lot of people are recording it now and jumping through the ads. And here's something really scary. It costs 6 times more money to advertise today, and you only get half the response that you used to get in the early 90s. Now, this means that you have to apply smart marketing methods in order to get more response from your advertising. And there's so much noise in people's lives today. There's so many distractions. We've got smartphones beeping all the time. I'm in meetings all the time with phones mooing here and doing this because they're getting updated every time someone posts on Facebook, and there's a continual distraction. And today people can't even recall one ad they saw on TV. Now that is just horrific. People don't even know what they're being shown because there's so much noise. And most importantly, people aren't measuring results on these traditional advertising methods. Unlike the internet, where there's no excuses, you can track and measure everything. So that's only one area that's so powerful with using today's media. 92% of people are searching online. So people are searching online, reading reviews, and using Google. 35% of these are actually searching for local businesses, and 67% of these searches result in some form of action. So let's have a look at those figures. It's absolutely mind-blowing. And a lot of these searches are actually being done on smartphones because the screen sizes are really good size now, and you can actually comfortably do searches on it and do a little bit of research on it, unlike the earlier models where they had very small screens. And so, just picture someone who's got a smartphone looking for a local business or local service, and, there's a good chance that they're going to follow up in some form of action, and it's been proven that they actually ring the shop or ring the location, or they look up map details online in order to go in and see someone. Now, once again, my question to you is, are they finding you or are they finding your competition? And what if they are finding you? Do you have any conversion elements working for you, as we touched on in an earlier video? Now, I think this is a really important slide because if you don't have the right follow-up systems, your business is going to end up in that business burial site. Only 2% of sales are made on the second contact. And you look at those statistics, and this is what I showed in the first video, and I had so much great response from this because people went back and talked to their teams and said, hey, this guy sent me a video and he said something about this. Let's just find out, our best clients that we've got here, how many times do we have to contact them in order for them to come on board with us? And every single time, they said between 5 and 12 times. So they really knew that I was talking about something that, has been tried and tested. And, if your business isn't doing this, you're going to end up with a whole world of trouble. And if your competitors employ a lead conversion system, they're going to literally blow you out of the water. Now, 80% of sales are made on the 5th to 12th contact. So that's the point I really like to drive home here. Now, trust is a new currency of this generation in the new economy. Now, a website is there to start building a relationship. So we try and think of that. People want to deal. They add the human elements there. They want to deal with someone. They don't just want to deal with a cold, nameless or faceless business. And there's many ways to increase trust, like using testimonials, using certificates, having case studies, social proof, guarantees, endorsements, associations, videos. And videos are so powerful. Now, they don't trust you yet, so the trick is to think through what do potential clients need to know and feel before they'll be ready to hire you. Now, why most marketing fails? Because they aren't interested in hearing about you right now, and we saw that before that. Only 95% of people aren't ready to buy right now, and they don't trust you yet, and they don't see you as an expert in your field. And also you don't have a unique offer. Like, what really makes you stand out in the market? And what differentiates you? Why should they contact you over someone else? Now, most businesses within the industries actually look completely the same. And it's really interesting. Like, I'll look up architects online and all the websites are outdated and really look the same. And the same can be said about building websites, or you look in the beautician websites, and you can just look through different industries and you'll see the same thing reoccurring. So what makes a business stand out from another one? Now, this can be the right offer that can grow your business at light speed. It's having the right offer to the right market using the right media. So it's a market to message match, and that's a triangle that we call marketing, and that's one of the most powerful things. So you think about, the USP, the unique service, unique selling proposition for FedEx, absolutely, positively, overnight, right? And Domino's, guaranteed hot pizza in 30 minutes or less. So it wasn't talking about taste, it wasn't talking about the best tasting pizzas. A lot of people can't differentiate the taste of their pizza between the cardboard box that it came in. But they had a unique offering, and they targeted that offering. Apparently they located their first Domino's pizzas next to universities, and they were open late at night. So they kind of targeted dope smoking students who were wanting, got the munchies later on at night and needed a pizza. So there we have it. Having a referral program. Why not? This is the easiest way to build your business. And there's a difference between having an active referral program and a passive referral program. A lot of people just let it choose its own path, where you can be active and you can create a really powerful referral program. You can reward people, make them feel appreciated, send them nice gifts. You can let them know that you actually have a referral program in place, and you reward referrals. And here's one of the big ones I always see: jack of all trades. Now, when we're looking at online media and digital marketing plans and websites, I notice a lot of business owners either try to do it themselves, or they get their kids to do it, or they get someone who's not qualified, who doesn't know anything about marketing strategy. That all they've simply done is got a website, tick the box, yes, we've got a website. But there's no point just having a website if there's no strategy behind it, because who's going to go to that website? A website, the internet is here right now, and it's never going to disappear. It's just going to get stronger and go from strength to strength. And as your competition picks its strategies and improves its online marketing game, it's really just going to leave people in the dust. Now, what if your customers try to do your job? If you were building a house, what if your customers try to build their own home or help you out there? It's the same as the websites. People trying to tack these things together without any real strategy or expertise or know-how. And, you don't have time to study all that's needed to build an effective digital marketing plan. And quite often, sales and marketing are neglected as, it's not the strength of a technician, but is needed for a business to stay alive and thrive. So let's just take a quick look at what's needed to have a really powerful and effective digital marketing plan. So the skills needed for today's battlefield: you've got AdWords or pay-per-click advertising, which you may be doing or have done in the past. Web design, copywriting. Copywriting is the form of writing the text on your website, and it's a long form, sometimes it's a very long form, or short form, or email copywriting, or even coming up with scripts for videos. There's technical aspects about how to load up your website and do various custom changes to it. Video creation, and then ranking those videos on Google. Google loves this. They bought YouTube for $1.3 billion, so they love video. It's search engine optimization, otherwise known as SEO. Now, this is a huge skill set itself, continually changing with Google's updates. So that's why our team, they are on the cutting edge of what works and what doesn't, and they employ the safest techniques to make your websites rank. Content writers, writing fresh content and adding that to your website. And social media as well is about engagement. And it's no point just having Facebook with one or two posts that you did last year. You need to do this on an active basis and engage people. And you need strategic thinkers. Now, this is something that is very difficult to find because, web designers just want to give you a pretty website. We come up from a different angle. We want to give you a website that actually works. And sometimes these aren't the prettiest websites, because sometimes the least prettier website will actually work. For example, if you're appliance, fixing appliances, you don't want a flash looking website. People actually, we've tested this, a budget looking website looks way better because people associate that with being a lot cheaper, and they just want to get their washing machine fixed. They don't need to have a flashy office or a flashy website or anything like that. But when it comes to, say, a builder, you want to know that you're in safe hands. You want an expert to do your job. You want a very good looking website because you're investing a lot of money into this project. And there's other things that we can talk about regarding websites and the strategic implication of that. Now I just copied this from a report. Now what's happening to small to medium sized enterprises in New Zealand? Now a study conducted by Massey University in 2008 showed that 34% of owners intended to exit their firm within the following 5 years from 2012 and 64% within 10 years. Now anecdotal evidence gathered by SBAG members showed some SME owners in their 50s and 60s are waiting out their time. After trying to sell or pass down their business, some SME owners simply close them down. Now, their expertise, experience and knowledge are potentially lost to the sector. While emphasis is quite correctly placed on starting a business, very little is available to assist SME owners in closing a business. Now, this is a really, really important point. I recently went to a marketing seminar and they reminded me of this point because a lot of businesses aren't built with the end in mind. We'll just skip to the next slide. And you can see here that, this is why people aren't getting richer. Now, this is in the Herald recently. It said that 3 million Australians, this is some Australian stats here, and you can probably shift it over to New Zealand, 3 million Australians believed to live in poverty. Now, 65,000 a month miss out on food aid because of the pressures agencies face. And 30%, that's an increase in wealth of Australia's richest over the past decade, according to the St. Vincent de Paul Society, and 0% increase in the wealth of the poorest fifth of the population over the same period. Now, we're in this interesting time where we've got so much information, so much knowledge on our hands, yet, the lower to the medium range just aren't getting richer. Only the small percentage of the ultra-rich are getting richer. So what's going on here? Now, same applies to your website. You've got all this information out there, but you're too busy running your business and you can't apply it to your business. And then this happens. If you don't build it with the end in mind, you're really just going to have to either wait your time out and hope that someone will buy your business, which is a real shame because you put so many years of time and effort and energy and money into this thing and literally just have to close it down. And this can be simply avoided by building systems in place that make your business attractive. Now, I know that the smartest franchises out there actually build with the end in mind. They actually understand who they want to sell their business to before they even get started. And the most powerful thing that they build in that business is having a profitable, repeatable, predictable business where you can get leads in and get business in just by sending out some marketing pieces. And by having those systems in place, they literally add zeros to their bottom line. Now, in this particular example, it was a pizza franchise in Australia that have targeted the superannuation funds because it's a predictable business, it's a very profitable business, and they're doing such a great job because they have the marketing systems in place, and they're going to be bought out for millions and millions because that's what these investment companies are looking for now. Now, do you want the secret sauce of making this all work for you? So I just want to say, here's a pain-free marketing approach of focusing your efforts on the people most likely to become clients and giving value in advance to build credibility and trust and identify who's in the market and nurturing those relationships with potential clients so that when they're ready to buy, you're the first person they call. And we talked about this in the first video about how we do this, because by focusing your efforts on the people most likely to become clients, that they can appeal by just giving away a report or something of value, and then you're giving that value in advance, and so you're establishing your trust and credibility and demonstrating your expertise, and then you're nurturing that relationship by using follow-up emails, and you're going to be front of mind when they actually are ready, because 1 to 5% of people aren't ready to buy right now, so that leaves the whole massive percentage of people, 95% of people coming to your website who may be ready in the future. So you need to keep on them and follow up because there's so much noise in their lives that they can simply forget about you. And simply, this is how to convert a lead. You've got the prospect there, and you've got an offer, and you get their name put in, and they become a hot lead. Education is one of the most powerful things you can do in marketing because you have a pre-qualified, educated prospect, and the chance of them calling you is very high. And you email them and you can respond by phone. You can follow up and closing that way. Now we can do it all for you at a fraction of the cost of employing your own people to do this. So if you were to employ people with all of these skill sets, it would cost you over $150,000 a year, plus continual training and development because the industry is continually changing. Now we do the heavy lifting for you. We create an effective digital marketing strategy. No one talks strategy. Jump on Google and just see for yourself. Have a look at your competitors, and I've gone through in a previous video, done some reviews of other websites where you'll see there's absolutely no strategy at all. Now you can get us to work for you for free. I'm going to allude to that soon. So here's all the different skills that you need in the new economy. Right now we're just talking about potentially running pay-per-click advertising and to a landing lead conversion system, but you've got all these different elements if you want to play full out. You've got search engine optimization, you've got infographics. This is called an infographic you're looking at now. You've got white papers to demonstrate your expertise or case studies. You can do PowerPoint presentations like this. You can hold webinars. You can do link building. You can participate in forums. You've got Facebook. You've got email marketing, video marketing, branding. You got press releases, which are fantastic. You got direct mail. You got blogging, and you got podcasting, and you got display advertising. So there's so many things you could be doing. But we just need to start where we are now and go to the next step. So we want to increase the conversions that are currently coming to your site. So the previous slide is just to show you that there's a lot of opportunity to focus on different areas and build momentum behind your system. So this is how you can get our system for free. We've got a rapid referral program. Now if you're investing in one of our monthly retainer options, then for every new customer you refer to us that pays for our services, you'll get 1 month free. And one of our clients hasn't actually paid us for 9 months. Now there is a initial setup cost, but there are the monthly fees, a great saving to you. Now, if you're not investing in our monthly retainer options, you're crazy not to, but we'll actually pay you $200 for each referral. And that's our way of just saying thank you to you. So we do have a limited special offer right now. Trust is the new currency. And so in order to build up your trust and credibility in your marketplace, we can do something that we call an expert interview. We're using Google's Hangout technology to position you as the expert. And this has got a $997 value. We'll do a website audit for you, including a website video review. We'll actually look at your website and tell you the areas that we think you can improve. And this will be much more in depth than the initial video that I sent. And we'll do competition and keyword analysis because we have to understand your battlefield. We have to understand what your competition are doing and what would be the best strategies to help you achieve your goals. And this offer is strictly limited as I can only work with one business in your area. So it works on a first come, first served basis as long as there's a good fit between us. Now who I'm looking for. Now isn't it time we just stopped using outdated marketing concepts and tactics that annoy our potential clients, waste their time and ours, and don't deliver us any new business? So we're really looking for open-minded people who want to do things in a new way in this new economy, who understand that marketing is the most valuable investment that you can make in your business. Now every business should be focused on sales and marketing to avoid the business burial ground. And people who are looking to build a serious marketing funnel so we can actually get you measurable results. And having lead generation nurturing systems put in that increase the value of your business significantly. And if you think of selling it one day and not end up like these other people who literally just close their businesses down. So what you can do now, you can either call me or send me an email. And what we'll do is jump on the phone and we can find out more about you and your business and what you want to achieve. And then we can see if there's a good fit between us and how if we can potentially help you out. As I said, this is a limited offer, so I'm really looking forward to speaking with you. So if you are serious about growing your business and adding a lot of value to your business, I'd love to have a chat to you. So anyway, have a great day and I'll speak to you soon.